All right, well, it's finally happening. We got, they're working on the splitting it. They got it all unbolted, ready to go. They're putting the tires on right now. They're gonna come back tomorrow. We got the C-train moved, so that's out of here. And now I gotta go meet the guy. He's got the C-train on the trailer. Gonna meet him out at the ranch. And I set that off somewhere over there. And this area, so this is going to be rented, and phase one is almost complete, and we're going to have a tenant in here. Good friend of ours, actually runs a concrete company here locally, and it's going to be not too bad because we got a general contractor. He's basically our subcontractor that rents the other side, and then now we've got a concrete sub renting that side. So I'm really excited to see what this leads to, as far as honestly downsizing on our overhead and subbing out more work instead of trying to self-perform. We're gonna start trying to sub out a lot more stuff. It's been my goal for a couple years to do that, and slowly but surely we've done that. And being the way this year went and how spotty the summer work was, we ended up downsizing a lot of our staff, and we don't have as many guys as we used to have, but we still get calls for these big jobs every once in a while. And now we're gonna have the couple subcontractors that are basically renting from us, and they're only going to be a phone call away, and it'll be a lot easier to twist their arm to get them to do a job when they're renting space from us. So I mean, it's kind of, I wouldn't call it trickery, but it's just working things in your favor. We've got a lot going on with our steel company and crane work and electrical stuff, so we're always going to have a small core group of guys, but it's really nice to be able to have the horsepower to take on those bigger jobs and not have to carry the employee float. When you're not doing all that work and you have all those employees, it can really drag you down quick. So it's kind of like a new chapter starting. Today was a crazy day in the stock market. I was kind of watching Bitcoin and the stocks today, and it's not looking good. Could be the start of a pretty significant pullback that we're starting to see, and it looks like we're going for a correction. Normally we go higher up through the end of the year, but seems like we might not do that this year, and this correction may take effect and start early, and so that could affect things for Christmas and everything else. We got all the stuff up in the air politically right now. It's really causing a drag on the markets, so hope everyone's out there is being safe with their money. Make sure you have some money saved up, because things could get wild the next couple months. Another early morning. We are headed out to the site right now. We've got 2 drilling rigs showing up. We're trying to set up like a marathon drill. We got 72 holes to drill. They're 16 foot deep by 2 foot diameter, so it's no small task. Owen and Chad are grabbing our skid steer and plywood. We got to get some plywood to cover those holes because we don't want anybody falling in the holes. So we've got to load up about 24 sheets of plywood, skid steers, forks, bucket. They're at the ranch getting all that stuff right now. I'm going straight out to meet the drilling guys, and I'll get them basically set up on this drilling, today is officially breaking ground. So we marked everything out the other day, kind of got everything laid out except for those two. We've got the documentation on those, the relocation areas. We're going to relocate those. So we'll get these guys going, get them drilling. Owen and I'll lay out. We'll start laying out those last two, and then Chad will be on the skid steer grading out dirt. And I think we're going to be getting started on the right foot. That's the plan. You know, like, you never know how it goes. You start one of these, especially, you know, we've never done anything quite like it. It's pretty simple, but there's always something that you may have not thought about, or, you know, just got to make sure we hit on all cylinders. We're trying to make an impression here. We want to build on this relationship with this company, and, you know, the game plan is to do many more of these in the future, and, you know, even kind of shift a portion of our business model to doing this, because, like I've already stated, the way things are going in housing and construction, it's definitely looking like a pullback in that realm. You never know. I mean, it could be a complete reverse psychology and things could just take off again, but it doesn't really look like it. I mean, with the news that's coming out and all the things that are continuing to happen, I just don't see how we're gonna get out of it. So this could be a safety net, you know, keep us going. So we got to take it real serious, and we've got till December 15th to get all these done, so that's a really tight deadline. We're going to be able to do it, but it's going to be everybody hitting on all cylinders at all times for the next 2 or 3 weeks, what it's going to take. Alright, so we're waiting on the management people to let us in. Told them we were going to be here at 6. It is now 6. This guy's on the clock already. So this is like I think it's $685 an hour is what I'm paying right now. Gate's still locked. So right, pretty much for me, I got 2 of these rigs too. So we're talking about $2,600 an hour. So if you break that down to the 10 minutes or whatever, you can imagine every 10 minutes is costing a lot of money. So this guy needs to get here right at 6. I mean, right at 6, because we're already like 5 minutes late. So I'm gonna actually call him right now, because I'm gonna be doing the math, and you know, every 15 minutes or 10 minutes is not cheap. So I don't see him anywhere down that road, but I think he'll come from this way, so he should be here any minute. I'm not gonna get too upset just yet, but we're already 5 minutes late. Okay, got them all lined up. Just gonna start backing into position here. Back the truck up to about right here. Knock these holes out. And the other guy's getting set up on the other one down there, so let's go check on him. Yeah, I guess one of their guys didn't show up, so he was 30 minutes, almost, not 30, but about 20 minutes late. So now it's we're over a half hour plus the drive time to get out here, and I told him it's $40 a minute, basically, is what the math comes out to have these guys out here. $40 a minute. So it's real critical for me. Like, if I lose 30 minutes, that's $1,200. So, yeah, I'm not trying to lose 30 minutes. I'm very, very, very particular about my time right now because it's so expensive. So I'm hoping this guy down here, he's already set up, and I mean, I want to see that auger turning dirt. Like, we're 6:37 and we haven't turned any dirt yet. We've been on the clock since well, before 6, because they left their yard at whatever time it was, and I got to pay for that time too. I think the drive time's a little cheaper, but you know, we've only got, basically we've allotted a certain amount of money, $3,000 per location. So we want to make sure that we're covered and we have a little bit of profit on that 3,000. Actually, is what we want. So alright, looks like he's got his boom up. All they got left, they got to get their get his drill bit out. Oh, the other drill bit's in the other truck. Oh, he's got one here. Okay, I didn't know he had one on his truck. Hog drilling. So that's about 3 feet. It should go pretty quick. So that's where our spoil's going to end up. Pretty close to the hole. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. They'll get better. Once they get a rhythm going, they'll figure it out. Well, here we go. This is going for 6 feet here. So these guys are already drilling. They got set up in a second. They get 1 unit done per 4 hours. That's pretty good. Definitely close to 5 foot there. 5 foot deep. Gotta go about double that. Alright, this is rig number 2. He just got started. He's a little bit behind rig number 1. So I'm gonna get them racing each other to see who can get as many holes as fast as they can. That guy actually, he set up first, but he's actually behind already. They've already got one hole pretty much done. But I gotta get a little competition going here. I gotta get some of my money back from when we lost that 30 minutes. So I'll be, I'm gonna let them get a feel for it, and then I'm gonna, once they get like 2 or 3 holes, I'm gonna go down there and see where they're at, and then I'm gonna start telling them back and forth who's ahead. And I mean, I might even offer a bonus to the team who gets the most holes. That might be a way. I mean, that's a, if I give them $100 each, whoever gets the most holes for the day, cash, and that'll get them moving. Maybe not. It's California, so you never know. Well, it's 7:05. Owen and Chad still aren't here. I told them, you know, I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, and I got Owen up about 4:30. I told him, you got to go out to the ranch, you got to get the trailer loaded, blah blah blah. So see if these boys are off their first one yet. They got off their first hole yet. Better stay up in that rig. Quit getting out of that seat, man. I need you in the seat, man, drilling. Not messing with the equipment. $40 a minute. Clock's a ticking. Looks like they got a pretty good pile here, so kind of hoping they're starting on hole number 2 already, but they might not be yet. Yeah, they are. Okay. So we had, those guys weren't quite ready. So we lost probably an hour. That $40 a minute, $2,400 basically down the drain. I already called the developer and told him it's probably gonna be a change order of some sort, because I'm gonna see how far we get today and make sure that, you know, that we're on track. If we still get it done in the 2 days, then I'll chalk it up to a learning experience. But if we end up having to come out for a 3rd day, they're gonna have to pay for that, because they were 30 minutes late getting to the site. And once they got here, we actually started drilling, but they stopped us because they didn't have the power turned off, which they should have had done at 6. And they're just behind the ball. So it's our first run at it. I'm not going to get too upset about it, but it is $2,400, and you know, that's money that we could be eating with. Drilling. Back to drilling. All right, so I've been spreading the spoil. There's kind of like a runoff ditch, so I've been filling that in. We got one done here. They're on their last hole. You don't want to fall in that. Last hole, they got 6 more to go, but they got the first skid, or the first pad done. So Chad's over here cutting plywood for the covers, so we can have covers on all of them. Got a huge stack just in case. All right, I think I got them all squared away, except for we ran out of gas in the generator. They didn't bring any gas, so kind of typical, I guess, but it shouldn't be. It should be common sense to bring gas for the generator, but whatever. I've been spreading this dirt, so we're just spreading away. He's gonna go down and take care of the other drill right now with the skid steer, spread dirt for them, and then we're going to keep pressing on with this. And tomorrow we'll start on setting the cages. So they're on 8, getting ready to start 9. The other guy is still on 6, so he's 2 holes behind already. Owen just got here with these cages. Measure it. 16?
16 and 2 inches.
We might grab some 6-inch cinders, possibly, and strap them to the bottom of these so that they pooch up out of the hole. They don't need to come all the way to the top of the deal. They need to be like 5 inches down from the top. All right, 2 locations complete. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. They're just setting up on their second one. The other guys have already been set up. I think they already got 2 holes done. So hope these guys here can pick up the pace and catch up to these guys, because so far these guys have won the challenge. They're whipping right through them, and it's looking good. And Chad's got to hurry up and get the dirt down there moved so he can get back down here and start moving this dirt out of their way. Yeah, they're on their second hole. This location down here is done. So we'll grade this all out, fine tune it, and we're ready to start setting this one up to get concrete. So probably looks like by tomorrow we'll be able to start setting a bunch of these up. I'm just coming down here. I'm gonna get some stakes and some caution tape, and we're gonna cover those last holes there that are still open, and make it safe. Let's see, he doesn't have a whole lot of those cut, does he?